Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. And well, I'm here on the allotment today. It's a little chilly. I'm going to put my coat on, but well, the hard work begins today. I've been down for a little bit now, and my robin here, it's a European robin. In fact, here's a snapshot of what I can do. I've got an app that listens to bird song, and so you can see the song at the top, and it comes up with a picture of the bird itself. Very, very useful. But he's been here all winter, hasn't disappeared, and well, he's back singing his heart out. Just absolutely beautiful to accompany me here on the allotment today. I hope you're well, I hope you're comfortable, and well, let's get on with the show, shall we? So once again, welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. Today I've started clearing. Well, I said clearing, digging up really, because I've got some potatoes left in. Now I've got a variety called Casablanca, which is a beautiful white variety of potato. Very, very delicate. They don't take much cooking at all. They're in the bottom of here actually. So here's a photograph, and I've got this amount of potato off 2 plants, which I don't think is bad really. However, then I go to a variety that I can't remember the name of. I've looked at all of my name tags that I put on, because I think I wrote them in pencil rather than ink. They've just disappeared. So next time I'm going to write everything in permanent marker pen. I actually thought I'd done that, but I can't have done, because this was early on in the season last year when I put them in. However, these are red skin potatoes, all-rounders. I can't remember them. I'm going to find it. So there may be a little tagline under the bottom once I've looked through all of the videos from last year when I put these in and named them. I should keep a better diary. I haven't. I have bought myself one this year. So when I start putting things in this year, like I used to when I first started these videos, I used to write everything down. But now over the years, I just tend to put things in because, well, I really should write them down, shouldn't I? Because I forget. Anyway, that's the beauty about gardening. You can just do in a way what you like. These are amazing potatoes. Now I've got a load in here. This was empty virtually, apart from, and I filled that, I think probably about 4 plants worth. Now, because I've left them so late, obviously, and here's a photograph of one of them that I've cut in half deliberately, because they've got little holes in. Now, that doesn't really bother me. I know I'm going to waste some of the potatoes, but what I do is I'm going to cook them and then freeze them, turn them into mashed potato and freeze them. I might even turn them into roast potatoes and freeze those too, because you can do that with potatoes. It's fantastic, isn't it? I have 1 onion. How exciting is that? We'll see how it goes, because it has started to sprout 2 already from the top. So we'll have a look when we get it inside and get that chopped up and dried. Be able to use that, or even chopped up and frozen. Again, you can do all sorts when you freeze. And in here somewhere, I think I've squashed them with the potatoes. I don't think I'd better get one out. I do have a few more carrots. Oh, there we go. Get that. These are little beauties. These are Chantenay carrots. Chantenay. Not full size, obviously, but just right. And they grow roughly about that size. And you can get round ones too. Oh, I've just pulled the ends off. The rabbit will love those. So quite a good haul. Plus, I've now started clearing out. I can come down again and do some more clearing. And, well, I've got some really tiny sprouts coming. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it and see whether or not we get any sprouts. At this rate, where they're growing, it'd be like March, April time by the time they're big enough to eat. But that's what's been really nice. It's great to be back on the allotment. And, well, I've picked my chilies. Unfortunately, I think the plants were too far gone. So what I've done is I've put them in with those propagators, and very slowly I might take them into the house and we'll dry them off. Many different ways of drying them. A good way, believe it or not, is put them in the microwave. Low heat, just chill them in the microwave and dehydrate them. And then you can chop them up and use them. Again, if you wanted to, you could even let them dry and freeze them. Keep all the good nature in there. I might just chop them into pieces already. And, oh, exactly. You can always put them in ice cubes, apparently, as well. Freeze them in the freezer and then obviously put them into a stew or a chili con carne or whatever you want them. I want mine for pizzas. So I'm going to try and dry them out as best I can, and I can just chop them up and put them in, of course, ready dried, into a glass jar and keep them for, well, as long as I want them. Really. I could even put them into olive oil and make my own chili oil. That would be really nice, because these ones I've got, and I will take a picture, so let's have a go. Here it is, are drying and will be dried really nicely. And these are very, very fiery hot ones. I must look at what scale it's on. But yeah, really fiery. There's a warning, I think, or was, on the packet. So if it was a boiler, it would be BTU. Is it Scoville scale? One of those, I can't remember which at the moment. And that tells you how really fiery hot they'll become. In fact, that might be a ticker tape line underneath, if I can actually find out from the packet which they were. Well, I'm going to crack on. Isn't nature wonderful? So we've had a bit of snow, ice on the ground, frozen ground, and yet look what's happening down here. We have daffodils coming, which is rather lovely. And then further in the back, and just over here, I'll take some photographs, we have bluebells coming. So isn't that magical? They're just pushing through the ground. So we'll have to clear around all this, so they've got plenty of breathing space. Get some of this grass up. Have to be very careful, of course, because I don't want to pull them up and disturb them too much. But let's give them a lovely, lovely, oh, there's some more underneath all that grass. Look at that. Coming up beautifully. Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait to see those in spring. Can you believe that? Spring. That's how long it's going to take this lot to grow. So this is obviously my lovely rose bushes. Actually, the raspberries and roses mixed together. And they'll have to be cut back right almost to the ground. And that'll give us a really good area. Well, once again, thank you very much for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. Now, before I go, I have to apologise, because I answered a message the other day, and I got a response. And I went, thank you very much. I've only been waiting 5 years for you to respond to my message. And I've looked through, and you know what? Somehow, whether it's because I've started a new season, I've got a lot of old messages. 5 months ago, 2 years ago, you know, in that time scale, it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why I've not been getting any messages. So I do apologise from the bottom of my heart that I haven't responded to some. What I will be doing, I'm going to take a look at the messages, and then I will answer them personally here on the allotment, rather than sending people individual messages. It might be quicker and easier if I did a little question and answer session at some point over the next few weeks, once I've got my act together and watched and looked at all of the messages you've sent me. It's been great being back, as I said before, and well, I look forward to continuing this season with you all out there. And I promise, fingers crossed, if I get all the messages, I will respond as soon as I can. What I've not said before is, well, you know the drill. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, have a cuppa, and I hope you've enjoyed today's show. Ta-ra for now.